This is the accessibility video for the Bread and Roses Theatre. The Bread and Roses Theatre is located above the Bread and Roses pub at 68 Clapham Manor Street, Clapham, London, SW4 6DZ. This is the main entrance to the Bread and Roses pub. Access to the theatre is through the pub. There are 3 large steps that lead up to the main entrance. The 2 side entrances provide step-free access to the pub only. The theatre does not have step-free access. The Bread and Roses pub offers a variety of food and drinks, as well as a beer garden and live music performances. It's owned by the Battersea and Wandsworth Trade Union Council and operated by the Workers' Beer Company. For more information, visit www.breadandrosespub.co.uk. This is the main pub room. It can get quite busy and loud in here, especially on show days and at the weekend. The bar will be staffed on your arrival, and they may greet you depending on how busy they are. You're welcome to take a seat inside or outside to wait for the show. You do not need to buy a drink or food if you're here to see a show, but we encourage you to do so, as it supports the independent nature of the pub. You can ask the staff behind the bar for options and prices, or visit their website for the menu ahead of time. The toilets are located behind the bar. Feel free to use whichever toilet you're comfortable with. There is also an accessible toilet. These are the only toilets available to the public during the show. Please note, the Bread and Roses pub is a dog-friendly venue, and there are dogs on site on most days. This is where your ticket will be checked. Most of the time, a member of the Bread and Roses staff will have a printed list of ticket holders and will check your name off on the list. We recommend that you have your ticket downloaded on your phone or bring a printed version in case there are any issues with the list, but this is extremely unlikely. We have shows taking place at a variety of times on any day of the week, so please check your dates and times on the box office website and on your ticket to make sure you arrive with enough time before the show. For most of the shows performed here, the house will open up to 10 minutes before the show's start time. You will get ticked off here by a member of our team, and then you can head upstairs to the theatre. Drinks from the bar and bottles you've brought yourself are welcome in the theatre. No hot food is allowed. There are 23 steps between the ground floor and the theatre space, and you'll need to come around this sharp angle to access the theatre. Please use the handrail to help if you need it. The entrance to the theatre is at the top of the stairs, and you are expected to head straight into the theatre space and take a seat. Often, companies will put up QR codes, flyers, or programs around this area for their show, and sometimes there will be a company member there to greet you. You're welcome to scan the codes or collect any flyers and programs before you enter the theatre. You then need to head through this door and take a seat. This is what the theatre auditorium looks like. It's called a pub theatre or a fringe theatre. The seats are individual and made of a metal frame with a cushioned base and back. Most of our performances use this end-on configuration, with rows of seats facing a raised edge section, but sometimes the layout is changed for a show. There are up to 60 seats available in the theatre, and we ask that you do not move any seats as there will not be additional space. In this layout, the stage is raised above the seats, and the front row is approximately 30 centimetres away from the stage. If you require seats close to the front, please speak to a member of the team downstairs when you arrive, and we will try to arrange seats to be left unoccupied. The same applies if you need additional legroom, as we have both aisle seats and seats by the door that can come with additional legroom, depending on the layout the visiting company have decided on. The auditorium can get warm, so we recommend that you bring a bottle of water with you, and if you need to refill, the bar staff will refill your bottle for free. There will be a member of staff, either from the theatre or visiting company, in the auditorium throughout the show. Please speak to them if you need any assistance, and we'll do our best to help. Unless specified otherwise, shows performed here adhere to full theatre conditions. This means the house lights will be off, and you'll be expected to prevent unnecessary noises and conversations in the auditorium. This includes turning your phones onto silent and keeping the screen off while shows are being performed. We frequently have comedy shows here, and we encourage you to laugh and interact with those shows when requested. Every single show brought to the theatre deals with their ending in a different way, but for most of them, once the show has ended, the cast will return to the stage for an applause. Please clap and feel free to stand to show appreciation if you want to. When they have left the stage, the house lights will come back on. Please leave the theatre through the same door that you came in through. You can see details about each show's runtime, cast, company, and potential triggers in each show's content on their box office page on our website. And we encourage you to look at these before attending the theatre. Thank you for visiting the Bread and Roses Theatre. We're a small team making fringe theatre more accessible to more people. When you leave, head right for Clapham High Street Station on the London Overground Windrush line, and Clapham North on the Northern line, as well as local bus services. Head left for Wandsworth Road Station on the London Overground Windrush line. If you'd like any more information, you can send us an email at info@breadandrosestheatre.co.uk, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. We look forward to welcoming you to our theatre.